The Blackmagic Videohub eliminated hours of studio rewiring here at SociallyU. It went from, hey, client, give me 20 minutes and I'll get that wired up, to, sure, here it is. When we started our studio, everything was an HDMI workflow. HDMI can only go so long as a cable, so we ended up putting these HDMI splitters in our ceiling. And then every time the client wanted something different on a monitor, we're literally climbing a ladder, looking through the spaghetti pile of cables, unplugging and plugging into a different splitter. And I was like, there's gotta be a better way than this. As we were transitioning our studio from just a regular physical studio to a real-time green screen virtual production studio, I was doing tons of research. And one of the things that kept showing up was the Blackmagic Videohub. And I'm like, I think this is what we need. And it felt kind of overkill at the beginning, but I went ahead and got a 20 by 20 video hub. Probably 6 months later, every port was full. We just kept finding these new devices to connect and new possibilities for our clients. And so we realized we actually needed more space, so we upgraded to the 40 by 40. And after a while, all of those ports filled up. Now we're on the 120 by 120 and all 240 ports are full. It's so full actually that we took our old 40 by 40 and moved it across the hall to control all of our monitors and camera drops inside the stage area. At SociallyU, we're serving all kinds of clients, and each of them needs the studio to physically be something different. One day, it's like a completely remote virtual corporate training, and it's got multiple contributors, and we're live streaming it and into the studio where we're live cutting the entire production. And then the next day, it's like a product announcement video with teleprompted notes and a presentation. It's got a feed that we're usually sending off to a remote team member so that they can watch it in real time. 8 ISOs recorded to the HyperDecks. And then another day, it's a client who wants to record a presentation once, but it needs to be branded for each of the different companies. So instead of recording that multiple times, we can just take that same subject and route it into the different Ultimattes and then put their respective backgrounds behind it. So as soon as they're done with the presentation once, it's done for everybody, no post-production required. These were setups that used to require hours of us rewiring the rack, and now they can be ready to go in seconds. And it's an interesting thing, and maybe it's just the nature of a lot of our clientele, but almost every client that comes in asks, kind of puzzlingly, like, is there any way I could see this on this screen? And of course, almost right after they're done saying it, we've got it on the screen at the push of a button. Not only that, sometimes we'll just hear them talking with their colleagues or anyone else in the production, and they'll just be kind of mentioning something. And as they do, we'll go ahead and just put it on the screen, and it feels like magic. The Video Hub plays perfectly with our entire setup. It has, of course, some amazing built-in controls on the device, but it also has an open API. So we're able to create custom tailored solutions for us so that we can just push a button and hit all of our most common productions. There are so many different uses for the Video Hub, and it feels like we just keep finding new ones. Recently, we needed to shoot B-roll of a product while at the same time recording a presenter on camera. We realized, wait a minute, we can just do this over in our control room, and we whipped up a little studio monitor for kind of like a tiny LED wall, and then we just put the product in front of it. It's a use case we would have never planned, but because of the Video Hub, we were able to go from that idea to execution in just seconds. And we've used it to enable remote guests to look like they're in the same set with someone here in the studio. I mean, the possibilities just continue to grow as we've expanded our setup. And the 120 by 120 has given us the most thorough set of capabilities yet. The Video Hub brings together all of our production devices, our ATEM, the Ultimattes, the multi-views, HyperDecks, and more, and it unifies them. It's kind of at the core of all of these things coming together. So even though we got the Video Hub so that we would quit having to climb a ladder and plug in and unplug an HDMI cable, today, when a client asks for a change, we're ready to make it happen in seconds at the push of a button.